Welcome to Afro-Agnostics, the place, the space where we challenge and deconstruct supernatural beliefs, mythologies, and pseudoscience in the black community. Today's topic.
What about cauliflower?
Oh, that mother gonna rob you of your minerals. Cauliflower has nothing in it, that's why it is white. It has no carbon. No carbon. So, cauliflower is worse than broccoli. I don't even think of cauliflower.
This claim is so false, so out of touch with science that it's like a librarian saying a library has no books, or a doctor claiming the human body has no water in it, or a chemist saying water has no hydrogen, or a climatologist saying that air has no nitrogen. It's that level of wrong. And it really irks me the way he said it with such definitiveness and confidence as if it was right. Definitely an example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Now let's get down to the science. Science. Carbon is the backbone of all living things. I really don't know what else to say after that. I mean, this is literally biology. This is the basics, okay? Cauliflower is a plant. Plants are alive. Plants are a domain of living things. It's really as simple as that. Every structure in plants is carbon-based. The cell wall, the cell membrane, the mitochondria, the endoplasmic reticulum, all those cellular parts are carbon-based. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. The deoxyribose part refers to ribose, a sugar, a type of sugar that forms the side right here of the DNA molecule. And the sides of the DNA molecule are a succession of alternating sugar and phosphate groups. This is the basics of life. So what's next? Sebi is going to tell us cauliflower has some special alien, sugarless, carbon-lacking DNA or something? All sugars are carbon-based. When you eat a plant, you eat the leaves, the stems, the seeds, the fruits, at least angiosperm plants, the tubers, so forth. You're eating polysaccharides. You're literally consuming a complex of sugars, glucose, fructose, sucrose, glucose, all those different molecules that we eat. When we eat, we call them carbohydrates. Carbohydrates literally means carbon and oxidized hydrogen. There is a very important chemical reason carbon is the most abundant element found in living things. Well, I take that back. I think oxygen is the most abundant element found in living things, but there is a chemical reason why carbon is the base, and it has to do with the chemical properties of the element carbon. Carbon forms four bonds in a tetrahedral shape, and that is what allows it to build life, build actual molecules, make chemical bonds with other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, that make up the famous chnops in biology. This is, high school biology. This is basic biology stuff, 101, chemistry 101, so forth. Now, just think, cauliflower. If cauliflower is not made of carbon or it has no carbon in it, what does it have to replace the chemical properties of carbon? There are only a few limited elements that can do so, like silicon and so forth, because they're in the same group on the periodic table of elements, but they have different masses. And if living things were actually made of silicon, they wouldn't be able to move like how we move. And plus, obviously, this has been tested. What is cauliflower? Some type of alien life form? Some type of Star Trek? It's made of the same stuff all living things are made of. I don't even get into if it's alive or not. It has all the characteristics of life. Cauliflower is a plant. So it is just ridiculous. I mean, utterly ridiculous to say that.
What you don't shut your foolish mouth.
Okay, so when I was in the 5, we talked about show and prove. So I want to talk about an easy, like DIY carbon test that you can do in the comfort of your own home. All you need is a dehydrator, which many of you may have. Everyone has a lighter. some balloons, and lime water. You can use lime water as a tester for carbon dioxide. And I'll talk about some other testers that you can use as well. Okay, first, dehydrate the cauliflower. Then burn the residue. It would be good to burn it in a cylindrical or cylinder-shaped glass so that you can put a balloon over the top to capture the gas. Once you capture the gas in a balloon, simply bubble it or release it in the lime water. If the lime water turns cloudy, that shows evidence of the presence of carbon dioxide. It's a simple carbon dioxide test. You can also use a carbon dioxide detector, or you can simply release the contents or the gas in the balloon near a candle. If the candle goes out, it's simply because carbon dioxide displaces the oxygen. These are just simple ways to show and prove at home that cauliflower has carbon in it. And why does this work? Because when you burn cauliflower, you trigger a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, you have reactants and you have products. The law of conservation of mass says what goes in must come out. What you have on the left, you have on the right. If carbon dioxide is coming out, then carbon had to be in the cauliflower. This satisfies your basic chemical equation. Glucose plus heat produces carbon dioxide, water, H2O, or dihydrogen monoxide, if you want to use technical names, and ash. This is, carbon in, no carbon dioxide out. Simple as that. Carbon is in everything alive. Anyone who says otherwise doesn't just misunderstand science. They show a complete lack of credibility. And once you've made such an erroneous, fundamentally flawed statement, everything you say afterwards is fair game for dismissal. This is Afro-Agnostics, the place, the space where we challenge and deconstruct supernatural beliefs, mythologies, and pseudoscience in the Black community. We out here.